Hey there, and welcome to the Do Life Big podcast. This podcast is going to be your jam if you want to live to your full potential and don't believe in half-assing anything in your life. If we want to do life big, that means we've got to get out of our own way because we only have this one shot to make it awesome. I'm your host, Kathy, and I'm a mom of three whose BFF is cold brew, a retired school teacher turned online entrepreneur, and an author. I'm loud, bold, and will always keep it real. I'm determined to live my best freaking life possible, and I'm here to help you do the same. I'll be packing this podcast with tips, motivation, inspiration, and strategies to finally get you where you want to go. And we will have a ton of laughter along the way because, let's be honest, we can't ever take ourselves too seriously, right? I'm so excited you are here with me today. Now let's get this party started. Hey, my friend, what is up? And welcome back to another episode of Do Life Big. I hope you are doing fantastic today. I'm not sure if I shared with you, I think I did on an earlier episode, that we have been very busy with our brand new business. We started a property management company up in North Carolina with a friend of ours who is one of the leading experts in the U.S. for property management. And he is like the guru. So we teamed up with him and another one of his friends who is also a top leading guru in that area who owns vacation rentals down in Orlando. And it is quite the team, needless to say. And we are learning so much by having these two guys as our mentors in this area, which I'm loving it. We actually just flew down our director of operations. We have our first employee. It's very exciting. But we flew down our director of operations from North Carolina to spend 3 full days here with us, just strategizing, talking about business, growth, talking to new owners who are interested in listing our homes with us. And it has been a really, really awesome whirlwind. So needless to say, this episode is inspired by that because I wanted to share something that has been really hitting me over and over again in business and in life. And it's just a simple principle that separates the people who dream from the people who actually do. And it's this one thing right here. And it's that nothing is just handed to you. Everything is earned. And honestly, working so closely now and having this business partnership with this other guy down here in Florida has been so eye-opening. Listening to the conversations that he has, the way that he speaks, the way that he thinks. And we've been hearing him say over and over again that people often expect things to just show up for them and to be handed to them, like whether it's success or recognition or wealth, opportunities, you name it, without actually putting in the effort to earn it. And that's just not how it works, right? It's just not. And if you want something meaningful, if you want something lasting, if you want something really powerful, you've got to be the one willing to roll up your sleeves and get to work and actually earn it, right? And so let's just be real for a second here, because you've probably seen people who, they want that prize before they've been paid the price, right? They want the house, they want the income, they want the influence, you name it, but they aren't actually willing to go through the grind that builds the character to sustain that result. So here's the hard truth about this. And I always keep it real. This is part of who I am and how I run this show. I will never sugarcoat anything. I will tell you exactly how it is. But the hard truth is that when something is just handed to you, you don't value it the same way anymore. This is why half the people who earn Powerball or the lottery, win the lottery, blow through all their money, right? Because they didn't actually earn it. So think about this with kids. I know a lot of you listening have kids, but imagine if you just handed your kid a $100 bill. They're going to go spend it like in a split second at Five Below or Target or the mall in like 2 seconds without giving it a second thought because you just handed it to them. They didn't have to put any time or effort into actually earning it. But if they had to go outside and like mow the lawn or babysit your younger one or actually do something to earn that $100, that money would actually mean something to them. And they would definitely think twice before blowing it at Five Below or Target up at the street. So it's the same with success in business or life. If it's just given to you, you are not going to have the skills, the resilience, or the gratitude to even keep it. But if you earn it, you will fight to protect it. So here's something that I want you to write down if you're taking notes. Or if you're in your car right now, obviously don't start doodling. Watch the road, but maybe pick up your phone and maybe send a voice note to yourself so that you can remember this for later. But it's this right here. The reward is never just the result. The reward is who you become on the way to earning it. This is what it's all about, guys. It's who you're becoming along the way. When you are grinding, when you are showing up, when you are doing the damn thing and you are putting in the work, even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is happening. You are actually being shaped into the person who can handle the success. You're building patience when things take longer than you thought. You're building creativity when that first solution didn't work and you have to go find another. You're building resilience every single time that you get knocked down, but you keep getting back up. And that process is the real prize. It's all learning. Because without it, even if someone handed you that thing that you wanted, you wouldn't even be ready to keep it. So let me just give you an example from my own life. My business partner, like the one I was just mentioning, he did not start where he was now. He didn't come from privilege. He wasn't handed any of this. He didn't have like $1 billion safety net just right there for him. He freaking earned it. You know that song, Started from the Bottom, Now We Here? Yeah, that. He started from the bottom, now he here. He started, though, with that grit and that persistence and this unshakable belief that if he worked harder and smarter and longer than most people were willing to do and actually put other people first instead of focusing on the dollar signs, that is the key to it all. It's not what's in it for me. It's how can I help these people have a better experience? How can I give these people the most unforgettable experience? And if you can lead with that, the money will flow to you. But he had that mentality that he would eventually create something massive because of that outlook. And here's the kicker. He didn't obviously get rewarded right away. There was a shit ton of failures, but he doesn't look at them as failures. He looks at them as all learning opportunities. He didn't get knocked down by them. He constantly would get back up, and he took risks that didn't pan out. It's okay. He made mistakes. We all do. But each and every single time he learned, he kind of tweaked, adjusted, and he got the hell right back up and kept going. And now, years later, he's living proof that if you put in the work day in and day out, those rewards are going to blow your freaking mind away. So here's the problem. Most people stop way too early. They get started on something, they're super excited, the new business, right? Or maybe even a health goal or a new relationship. And then the second that shit gets hard, they quit. They throw in the towel. And I saw this happen time and time again when I was in my health and wellness business, when I was mentoring other women one-on-one with their goals and helping them try to earn an income from home that revolved around working on their health and fitness. I saw that time and time again. Anytime they'd get a no, or someone canceled, or someone quit on them, or they didn't hit their goals as fast as they had hoped, or their income wasn't where they thought it should be, they threw in the towel and they gave up on their dreams. They don't see the results fast enough. And then what happens is they start to tell themselves, well, I guess I just wasn't meant to go this far. And guess what? I was guilty of that too for a 2.5-year period when I was building my health and wellness business, when I was stuck at that 6-figure income plateau. I let that little negative limiting belief control my mind in the way that I showed up for 2.5 years. Now, luckily, I pulled myself out of it and learned how to rewire my mind for more success and happiness and confidence in my life. So I was able to get through it. But that's not the story for most people, right? And that story of, well, my results aren't happening fast enough, so I guess that means it's just not for me. That's a bullshit lie. That's not even true. It's not that the reward isn't there. It's that they give up before they've even earned it, right? So think about like planting a little seed. You don't just throw a seed in the ground, water it once, and then scream the next day, where the hell's my apple tree, right? Like even my little guy, Keegan, he's 6 years old. He took a little seed out of the apple. He wanted to plant it, so we planted it in the yard, and he gave it some water. And then the next day he woke up and he said, I want to go see if my apple tree started to grow. And I was like, no, that's not how it works. I was like, you have to take care of this seedling every single day. You have to make sure that it gets water every day. You have to make sure that it's getting the right amount of sun every single day. And you have to be really patient and trust the process before you start to see that teeny tiny little sprout. But if you water it and if you nurture it, and then if you wait, you trust the process, even when you can't see what's happening underground, something is happening because you're trusting the process, right? So your goals work the exact same way. If you keep watering them with inspired action, with persistence, and with belief and the right energy, the results will show up like you've never seen before. But if you give up too soon, you're never even going to be able to taste the apple off of the apple tree. So after hearing all this, how the heck can you even apply this, right? So let's just make this a little bit simple for you, a little bit more practical. There are 3 questions that you can ask yourself when you are tempted to wait for the things to just be handed to you and go down that route, right? Of like, I deserve this. I should have this by now. This should just be given to me. Here are 3 questions that you can ask yourself when these temptations start to enter your mind like that. The first one is, am I doing the daily actions that move me closer to my goal? Because we all know, no matter what goal it is you're trying to shoot toward, there's a lot of little actions that you can do every single day that will make you feel like you're accomplished and busy and you worked. But there's only a couple actions that will actually move you in the right direction and move the needle of where you want to go. So are you doing the daily actions that move you closer to your goal? Because success isn't built on these big, huge, flashy wins. It's built on the unsexy, consistent, small actions that you do when you freaking don't want to. That's discipline, right? Discipline isn't showing up and doing it when you feel like it. Discipline means you're doing it when you really freaking don't want to. So that's the first question. The second question is, am I being patient enough with the process? Honestly, sometimes the only thing between you and the breakthrough that you need is just more time and persistence. So think about that and how it relates to you and your business and your life. The third question is, am I willing to get uncomfortable to grow? So think about what you're doing in your business every day. Are you just kind of going through the motions? Are you staying in your comfort zone? Because that's where growth goes to die, in the comfort zone. Nothing happens out of there. So earning it will require you to step outside of your comfort zone. You've got to make that call, even though you feel too nervous. You've got to make that post. You've got to send that email. You've got to have that discussion. You've got to have that conversation. You've got to show up when you don't feel like it. It's in those things that you will grow. And if you can answer yes to any of those 3 questions, then you're finally on the path to earning it. So here is my challenge for you today. Since we are here to do life big, I'm going to challenge you. The next time that you catch yourself wishing and hoping and praying to God that something would just be handed to you, just flip it. And this is what I do. This is the whole mindset coach in me right here. I'm all about flipping your thoughts so that you can get the results that you want in life. Because at the end of the day, it's your thoughts that create your external world. And if we don't get better at thinking better internal thoughts, then we're never going to have the external results that we want. So flip the thought and ask yourself, how can I earn this? Instead of thinking, this person should give this to me, this should be handed to me, flip it and just say, okay, what can I do to earn this? Because here's the truth. Life doesn't owe you anything. Life doesn't owe you a goddamn thing, and no one is coming to save you. But it will always reward you in proportion to the work that you put in. And that's why I've always said, and I even tell my friends in my close circle, when they have their back against the wall sometimes, I always say, listen, as long as you're not a lazy piece of shit just sitting on the couch hoping things will change, and you are actually out every single day taking action, trying to improve your situation, something will always come through and work out for you, because that's just how it works. It's the law of attraction. So when you start thinking like that, you stop being a victim of circumstance and you start being a creator of your future. And then that's when the rewards, the ones that really last, really start showing up for you. So just remember, nothing's handed to you, but that's the good news, because earning it is actually what makes it yours. So I hope this episode lit a fire under your ass today. Share it with someone who really needs that reminder. Make sure to tag me at Catherine Reuter and keep reminding yourself you don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. So go out there, make today awesome. Thanks so much for being here. You know I love you, and I will see you the next time. Bye. Thanks so much for listening in. I really appreciate you choosing to spend your time here with me today. You totally rock. Hey, listen, if you loved today's episode, go ahead and tag me on social and go share this with a friend right now. Like, do it immediately before the day gets ahead of you and you totally forget. Couldn't be more pumped to be on this journey with you guys. Go make today awesome, and I will see you the next time.